Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blue Pencil Comedy. I'm told that I am about to get a 3D telegram depicting our theme for tonight. And it feels like here it is. Okay, everybody, welcome to Blue Pencil Toad Night. Well, that doesn't seem right. There aren't very many jokes you can tell about toads. I mean, there's that book about the frog and the toad. There is that time, so my brother has toads, and there was that one time that I was going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I looked over, and between me and the door was one of his toads, and that was a stressful situation that I had to handle. But beyond that, I can't think of very many stories. Hold on. Okay, so it seems like this would be very easy to correct in a phone call rather than sending another 3D telegram. But it seems there was a typo, so don't need that. And it feels like here's the next one. This should be the correct information for all of you. So everybody, welcome finally to the Blue Pencil highly anticipated Frog Night. Okay. Now
frogs!
Yeah, frogs! So raise your hand if you're going first, real quick. Okay, cool. So our first leapfrog of the night, our first little leaping frog is Matthew.
Hey everybody!
Yeah, special little frog.
Frog Riley. Sorry, Google started talking to me. So, welcome everybody to Frog Night. I can't minimize Zoom when I'm recording. I gotta share screen. That's it. I got it. Okay. Thank you everybody. Welcome to Frog Night. Let me get started on my little presentation. Frogs. Very bad. Anti that. So, and I'm gonna just kind of break down why I think frogs might be the worst animal that I can think of, for a lot of reasons. A few of these are over exaggerated. A significant number of these points are not exaggerated from my actual thought process. First and foremost, they are quick and they are hard to predict. Frogs, they got those legs that are doing all the jumping and they makes them very fast. They're, you got a frog over here and suddenly they're over there. It's crazy. I can't focus on what they're supposed to do. You may notice there are going to be no pictures of frogs pointed towards the camera because that made me too anxious looking through photos of frogs that I didn't want to focus on the potential that they would jump at me. So all of the frogs are either looking to the left or the right, or it's an aerial view. Because frogs are, say it with me, frogs are very bad.
Yeah.
Thank you. Secondary, frogs have horrible eating practices. Frogs, they have like just so much of their whole self goes into eating like this. Like, did you know that a frog actually has to close its eyes when it's eating to swallow because the eyes push the food down by like contracting into the frog? My alternate explanation of that is that the frog has to close its eyes because it doesn't want to see what it looks like when it's swallowing, because it's disgusting. I hate frogs. Frogs are
bad.
Very bad.
Very bad.
Thank you. Even this one is on our side and I still hate it. What is going on? I hate frogs. Third of all, did you guys get like really messed up when you learned about camouflage? Like, did that like scare you forever? Because it did for me. So I read a lot of animal books as a kid, and like Ranger Rick and like the zoo books or whatever, and they always had these great photographs of like camouflaged animals, and it would be like, try to find the spider on this flower, ha-ta-ta-ta. And that was like a jump scare in a magazine, because you'd be like looking at the page and you'd be like, I don't see it. Oh no, it's been there the whole time. And then I cannot deal with that sort of thing. And frogs are always camouflaged. Look at this guy. Where is he? I don't even know. These little hopping fellas, they could be anywhere. Look at this. This one's basically just the tree at this point. That's not okay with me. So where's this one? Who's to say there's a lot of options? I've had a nightmare. This is a recurring nightmare that I've had where I'm doing something. I'm in a normal environment. Maybe I'm like on a, you know, in a park or something. And I'm sitting on a bench and I look over, and next to me on the bench, I'll just see like a little frog sitting up. And I'll look down and I'll kind of consider it, and I'll look close to it, and I realize there's another frog that's kind of camouflaged into the bench a little bit. And I'll keep looking. And the more I look, the more camouflaged frogs I find in the environment I previously thought was safe. And slowly I start to realize that every square inch of the ground and the bench and the trees has been covered with frogs the entire time. And I'm very scared about that. In my real life, I'm confused about this. That I had to stop looking at camouflage frog pictures because it scared me. I'm worried that scientists are going to figure out that atoms are made of frogs and everything's frogs. No, I can't deal with that. No. So poison. Frogs are always poison.
Hopping around.
I think toads are like literally always poison, like all of them are at some point, but I'm particularly scared of poison dart frogs, which some people before we started recording expressed enjoyment for and support for, and I cannot stand for that. Because these little hopping fellas, they can kill you by touching you. They excrete the poison through their skin, that if they touch you, you get the poison on your skin, you can get sick, you can die. That is not okay. Okay, for some reason, nature likes to color her deadliest killers in Power Rangers colors because of like irony, I think. So I like, and you can see them, and then they'll just kill you because they're so tiny, they can get anywhere. I can't stand for it. I can't stand for poison dart frogs. Too dangerous.
They're so cute.
Finally, wet! Wet! I don't like wet ducks. I don't like wet dogs. Frogs are always wet! Always wet! Some call it slimy, I call it wet. Imagine that you're toweling off and you can't dry off because you're where the wet is coming from. I hate frog. This guy's okay. He's kind of cute. He can stay. Everybody else, no, thank you. That's my time. That's my time.
I thought
Wow.
Incredible.
Oh, I'm tired.
Of course. After that,
you gonna be all right
really
there?
bad. Gonna be good.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right. After that, I feel really guilty for calling you a leaping frog. But we'll continue on. Our next performer, I believe, is the soggiest person I know, Nathan Hart.
Wow, Jesus Christ.
I'm not soggy, I'm very dry right now. I don't secrete the wet. But anyways, let me go ahead and share my screen real quick, because I too have a presentation.
Let's go.
We're gonna get more fucking frog slander, aren't we?
So we got
Turn up the king.
we got this is a recurring thing that I like to do, where I like to mock the members of our planet, in the animal kingdom, because a lot of them are fucking stupid. And this time I decided to opt for Frog Edition because it is Frog Night, and I'm very washed out because my monitor is very bright.
That's fine.
All right, first things first, we got Harry Frog. Why he got it? Why he got hair? Tell me, look at him, and then tell me what you think a practical reason he could have for having hair on the sides of his torso and on top of his thighs could be.
Maybe camouflage.
No, I'm not going to accept it. Maybe he can hide on Matthew's upper lip.
What? Oh,
there you go.
It's so he doesn't get a rash when he's hopping around.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Fuck you. He's stupid. Look at him. He's got like torso mutton chops.
Look, just
What do
All
you-
right, up next we got Wallace's
don't be
flying
jealous
frog.
because he can grow hair and you can't.
This is Wallace's flying frog, and he looks highly suspicious of me. He-
Judgmental.
yeah, also judgment. He looks like he looks like he thinks I'm shoplifting. And I don't understand who named him. I don't know who Wallace is. The only Wallace I know is in the top left corner saying hello. But yeah, he looks very suspicious. Imagine, if you will, you're in your own home and this frog comes in and just looks at you like that, like he's judging you, like he's like, "Why are you doing this to your life? Why you live your life like this?" All right, up next we got the pig-nosed frog.
Fuck.
He's just a butt with a face. Look at him. I mean, what else to say about it? It's like two plums put together in the form of a butt.
Maybe it's a fan.
And
That's
someone comically cut a face into the asshole part. And he's got little legs. And he's so wide. Why does he gotta be so wide? How does he fit? Like, proportionally, how does he control? Like, what is in there? I don't know what's in there. Like, why does he gotta be so bulbous? Is it muscle? Does he eat a lot? I truly do not understand.
It's a dummy thick frog.
Also, he's pig-nosed frog. All right, we got the Amazon horn frog up next. He looks like a blue-collar D-boy say with a drinking problem. Like, I could just see this frog sitting on the couch, throwing back some beers, and then yelling at his kids because it's his weekend with them.
Why his lips like that?
Yeah, just look, he's in a permanent scowl. He's blending in. He's doing the scary camouflage thing. He's kind of blending in. And if you look at his left hand, he's like firmly grasping the ground beneath him, like he's pissed. Like that ground reminds him of his ex-wife.
God.
All right, we got the turtle frog. Basically, Neki. He's called the turtle frog for his strange turtle-like shape, and he also looks like raw chicken.
it does.
I don't understand. Once again, I want to know what's in there. Like, why is he got to be so round? And it looks like his legs and arms don't work. Like, they're turned outwards. Like, they're outwards. Like, he walks on this part of his hands, and he's just constantly breaking his wrists all day. If frogs have wrists, which I'm not sure. Yeah, he's a Neki boy, and he looks like chicken. And I imagine if you stepped on him, it would be disgusting, and he would squish real good. We got the shovel-headed tree frog.
Ew.
Who looks like now he looks like his job is late on the paycheck, and he can't go see his crack dealer, and so he's fiending a little bit because just look at the look on his face. Look at his little frog eyes. He is staring, and his little frog snoot. Good for a lot of cocaine. He can stick some fat lines. But like that dude is fiending for something. All right, and now just one short little addendum. Time for the best frogs of nature.
Let's go.
Kermit the Frog! Look at his fit! Look at his fit! Look at he's styling! Look at him! He's all dressed up. He's got his little felt hands. Do I have what? Do I have like a jacket like that? I do. I possess an outfit very similar to this, but I did not dress up this frog. He just knows style when it hits him, and that's why I appreciate good old Kermit. And thank you for your time. This is it. That's it. Frogs.
Good frog.
Freaks of Nature is always a good time. Every time it comes around, I'm so excited, and this did not disappoint. Thank you so much. For our final act tonight, we have our friend, the most amphibious friend we have, Amphibious Andy.
Andy, I swear to fucking God, if you start dissing frogs again.
Actually, I didn't realize this was an anti-frog seminar. I'm decisively pro-frog. In fact,
Let's go! Let's go! Andy MVP.
However,
Oh no!
this is actually a sensitive subject for me, but I'm pretty glad that we're doing Frog Night because it means that I can do something that's very near and dear to my heart. I would make a presentation, but some of the images are a little sensitive, so I wouldn't want to expose the audience to that. It's really important to me just how much I absolutely, unequivocally despise Kermit the Frog.
Oh!
He is the worst. His voice sounds like he's talking through a can on a string. He's canonically responsible for 9/11, and he unironically plays the banjo. At least one of those has got to be a deal breaker. He's a mockery to hardworking frogs everywhere. In fact, dare I say, he isn't a frog at all. Fun fact about real frogs, they can pass oxygen directly through their skin because fully functional lungs are a waste of crucial frog space. But they have to be moist all the time for it to work, as our arguable friend Matthew said about frogs in Slander. I don't think the casual Muppets viewer has ever even seen Kermit the Frog damp, let alone moist. And if you dig deeper, you will see that when this walking snot rag did the Ice Bucket Challenge 2014 with tepid water, I might add, he expressed his displeasure at becoming moist. Why would he do that? Unless he was never a frog in the first place? Unless he's been a toad all this time?
Oh.
That's a serious accusation in the frog community, but if I'm wrong, somehow I don't think it's going to get under his skin because he's not moist enough for it to pass through.
Holy shit. Oh my fucking god.
Have you seen that like stupid thing around his neck? Is he perhaps concealing the characteristic ridges and warts on the back of his neck that nearly all toads have? Frogs are the most beautiful creatures in nature, and I will not stand by this moss bag sullying the reputation. Ask yourself, have you ever seen Kermit jump? Toads, as I'm sure all of us in the frog fandom are familiar, don't jump as much as frogs do. It's got little legs. You know, they don't jump much. They're a lot smaller. So why doesn't this freak of nature ever jump around? And what a funny coincidence that almost every time he appears on screen, his bottom half is conspicuously out of frame. Why else would they do that? But to hide the truth from us. Hide that he has got toad legs under there. Hide they have committed the greatest crime of all. Frog fraud. Also, a little side note, you might remember I did say earlier that Kermit the Frog did 9/11. That's actually not a joke. That is official Muppets lore. Like in a Muppets Christmas movie released and set in 2002 in New York City, on like an angel or something, shows a world where Kermit the Frog was never born. And in the background, in a window, are the Twin Towers. Obviously, this can only mean that in the MCU, the Muppet Cinematic Universe, something Kermit did caused 9/11. Like, how fucked up is that? What on earth did he do? Can you trust this man? No. Kermit the Frog? More like Kermit the Fraud. Not moist today, not moist ever.
Yes.
That's my time.
Honest to God, I love how heartbroken Matthew looked at some points. Like, he actually looked kind of pained hearing that.
Thank you for opening our eyes.
I can't believe it.
Very good intel. Expose the imposter.
I think
Expose him.
This was
I
not
think
what I was
that-
expecting.
that order of going from like frog bad to frog bad but Kermit good to Kermit bad was the
Yeah.
best order.
That was the
Yeah.
best
Perfect.
word.
I'm pro frog. I just don't like Kermit.
Yeah.
Whatever
There
it
you
is.
This was not
Oh,
what I was
the
expecting from
parrot.
Frog Week, guys.
Jonah,
I
do you
thought
wanna-
Frog Week was going to go a lot differently.
Yeah, we can close it out. Thank you, everybody, for coming to Blue Pencil's official Frog Night. We have meetings on Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. in this Zoom link. Correct me if I ever say anything wrong. And also, we sometimes have shows on Saturdays at 8 p.m. in this Zoom link. Also, I believe next week we are hosting Fan Fiction Night, ?
2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now, Fan Fiction Night. Next week, I don't think we have anything.
It's
But-
Easter. Time to we gotta
That's-
praise the Lord.
There you go. But we'll see you back here.
Praise
in 2
be.
weeks. Thank you for coming. Bye.